off to the side.
7 for 10, 21 points. Oh my gosh, there he is. Here he is, guys.
Questions?
Dawon, we'll talk about that. You got off. You made your first 5, and it kind of created the gap that kind of existed throughout the game. But just talk about what Ball State's defense was allowing you to do, and what you were creating for yourself, and what Jake and others were creating for you.
It all really started at practice with the preparation. And we knew they were kind of pack line defense. So, the person on the ball would create pressure, but everybody else would be in the gap. So if we just rotate the ball and swing it a couple times, and we would get just, simple, just spot up shots. So we worked on that all week. So just was feeling it tonight, got a little higher.
Talk about this. Seemed to be a game, and both of you guys can talk to this, where the team's individual skill kind of came to the fore. Dawon, obviously, you had a great run, and some others had great runs through the game. But some of the things you guys want to do as a team, like defense and communication, some of those things were, a little off. Is that an accurate assessment? How do you guys kind of feel about this one?
That's absolutely right. And that was just, we knew that was going to happen just coming into the first game. And, that's just thing that happened on the first game. Everybody, hype, Larry Bird is going on, and things was going good, and then we had the bad parts too, and that's what we're just going to work on this week.
What about you, Jake? What do you think about that?
A lot of those bad mistakes came from myself. But yeah, you can't really necessarily expect to be out there mid-form. We do have a lot of returners, but it is the first game. We had one exhibition game. People are going to be a little rusty. But overall, we shot the ball fairly well. We shot the ball from 3 pretty good, and we knocked down our free throws, so that was a good focus. But we can't really let up 73 points and let them shoot 53 from the field either. But if we're scoring 82, the other team's gonna score some high points, so that's a give and take situation there. But we do gotta have a little bit more bite to our defense and cut down on some more mistakes on that end.
You did cut down on turnovers in the second half. It had been a little sloppy in the first half, and that kind of helped you guys maintain the gap. Talk about that, because that was one thing you guys did improve on through the course of the game.
Yeah, with our turnovers, we played a little too quick in the first half. First possession of the game, I started off with the travel, and part of that's my fault. I can't do that to get the team making mistakes. We got to be precise in what we're doing and execute. But they just sped us up a little bit, and as we go on, I don't think that'll be a problem. And as we did in the second half, we slowed the game down a little bit more and got what we wanted, and then turned the ball over and got shot the goal.
Can you talk about the 3-point opportunity you were able to get right before halftime? What you discussed off the inbounds pass, because that ended up being a pretty key play in the game.
Yeah, well, there was only 1 second left on there, so my guy was kind of sagging off a little bit, and I realized that we could get a little push action pitch play going, and that's something we do in our offense. So it's just kind of something that Gant and I have, done over the years, and usually I'm pitching it to him, and I just kind of gave him the eye and said, hey, I'm gonna kick it to you, kick right back, and it worked out, and it worked out for us there at the end of the half.
For both of you guys, I'll start with you, Dawon. Larry Bird's here today. You guys know all the stuff that was going on. What was it like to play in front of him? I mean, you were literally playing right in front of him. You were right there in the front row. What was that like for you?
At first, you in shock. It's a legend. But after a while, it's basketball. So we just got going, and we just started playing after a while. We went to the dinner last night, which was nice. Everybody was hyped and ready to play in front of him. But after a while, it was just a regular basketball.
Yeah, it's obviously an honor. Larry Bird is a legend in NCAA, NBA. But like you said, once the ball gets thrown up in the air, it's your team versus their team. You don't really pay attention to that. It's an honor for him to come. We appreciate him coming here and being supportive of us. And just once the ball gets tipped up there, it's game on then.
That's all true, but Dawon, now you can say that you made your first 5 3-pointers with Larry watching you. How cool is that? I mean, that's kind of a cool thing to brag about.
Absolutely. I think he rubbed off on me a little bit.
Dawon, you came in last year kind of known as a shooter. and kind of struggled to really get going and get hot. How big is it in game one to come out and shoot the ball as well as you've shot it in an Indiana State uniform?
It felt real good out here tonight, and it really just was just the off-season preparation. You know, I knew I could shoot. Coach knew I could shoot. And he said it's just a consistent thing. You have to be consistent. You know, some games you can't be 0 for 5 and then get hot one game. It just has to be an every game thing.
What do you guys work on as you ramp up for Belmont on Thursday? What's the kind of the practice focus as you go forward?
Well, we're gonna be doing a lot of defense. First thing Coach said right when we walked in the locker room is Dawon and I had the worst defensive game I've ever done on the team. Which I don't know how Dawon did out there too much, but I know I played pretty bad on that end of the floor. So he's definitely going to be pretty intense on practice on Monday, and we're going to focus a lot on defense, on-ball defense, help defense, rotations, blocking out.
A lot of defense.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of defense going on this week.
Anything else? All right, thanks, guys.